Hey everyone, welcome back to Unwind, a place where you can sit back and relax, and a place for us to dump whatever's on our minds onto you. Thanks for tuning in, and please don't forget to check out our Patreon page, where our patrons can find the latest episodes first and get exclusive perks that you can't find anywhere else. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kenny.
And welcome to Unwind. So here's your life advice from your one and only, your one of two hosts, Chris. I'm not the one and only host.
Yeah, that's
You're
me.
also the
I'm
host.
the other one.
Yeah.
Yee-hoo.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Dude, wouldn't it be fun to be like a voice actor for games? Or do you think it'd be fun or do you think it'd be weird? I think, like, making sound effects.
Like creature vocalizations or
Yeah.
like I feel like it'd be the same as acting in like a cartoon or something.
But, you know, if you're in a cartoon, you're like, hurry, we need to go save the princess before Lord Zerara can take her to the hidden castle.
Oh.
You know, like, I don't know. I'm not a script writer. You're the one with the writing diploma. And like you're saying things, right?
Yeah.
Just like doing this podcast, and that's super chill. But for them to just be like, give me a jump grunt, and you're like,
Like 50 times.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like that would be, like, partially, like, a super cool experience, partially, like, a, experience, you know what I mean?
Lots of video games now have like cutscenes, so it's a lot like like cartoons and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But like a fighting game, I don't feel like that would be very fun.
like Super Smash Bros. Or Mortal Kombat. Or something like
You
that.
have to have all those different reacts.
Or the dude who did the vocalizations for like, Link. From Legend of Link.
Yes. Legend of Link.
How many fans do you think I just triggered with that sentence?
Not very many, because we don't have very many.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh.
If you want to become one of our friends, head over to our Patreon page.
Oh my god.
Maybe we should stop making that into a joke so that people actually take us seriously.
Right?
I don't know. We'll deal
It's
with that
fine.
later. Anyways, but like, you know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
like Link or the dude who did Yoshi.
Man. I want to just act in something.
Have you done any acting yet?
No, just auditions.
Just auditions are a good experience. So.
Yeah.
Then you have them and you can send them to other people.
No.
No?
No.
Then you have them so you can listen to them yourself.
Well, the thing is, I never get any feedback, which kind of sucks.
That does suck. You need to just send them to a bunch of your friends as well. So you're like, ha! All
Well,
right!
lots of them I can't because I have to sign an NDA.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So
What do
I'm
you
not
do
allowed
about
to
it?
talk about anything.
What'll they do?
They could sue my butt.
Oh, man.
And I have no money.
Or just general desire to get sued, I feel.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Do you?
Like, I feel like it would be a cool experience, but then once you finally get sued and you're like, oh, great.
Of all the things to get sued for, that would be the one. Like
Yeah.
NDA. It's not like your name is tainted, like you're a bad person now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, yo, Kenny, did you stab someone? You're like, this is sick. Now I'm getting sued. No, you don't get sued.
You don't get sued for
I'm-
stabbing someone.
How could you?
The person can't sue you. That's attempted murder or just straight up murder.
You stabbed my boyfriend, so I'm suing your ass. Like-
Yikes.
Yeah, you're right. I should. Guys, one of my career options when I was a kid was never a lawyer. I never wanted to be a lawyer. I claim no responsibility for my actions.
Lawyers make bank, though.
Not as much as doctors.
But
Do
still.
they? How
I
much does
don't
a lawyer
know.
make?
I'm not a lawyer.
Boys, let's take it to the internet.
Well, my sister just bought some really expensive shoes to treat herself.
Like, what, she get some bougie Gucci?
No, she got them from a place that I don't remember because I don't really care. But then she went to the mall and was just walking around, and a lady asked her if she was a lawyer because she looked fancy because of her shoes.
Yeah, come on. You go. You
Right?
go. Oh, yeah, heck no. The average lawyer in Canada makes $140,000 per year. That's nothing. That's
Still
ranging
more
from
than you.
That's ranging from $55,000 to $150,000, which is actually an insane range.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who would? Oh, I guess that's entry level. I was about to be like, who would do the one that only makes $55,000?
Me.
Losers. Like, whereas according to the internet again, general practitioners, doctors, make like $240,000 Canadian a year, which is exponentially more for a job with, I feel like, the same amount, if not less stress than being a lawyer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Still, wouldn't want to do either.
I could be a doctor. Like, I could. Like, I don't think I'd want to be, but I could. I feel
You
like
could.
I have the aptitude to be a doctor.
Okay.
Like, blood doesn't just spook me or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be screaming. I screamed when I went into the hospital, but I wouldn't be screaming as a doctor. That was only the first time. I was 8, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
I've
never... I hate hospitals.
I do too. I'm not a big fan.
It's just the smell.
I don't mind the smell. I don't mind, like, the smell and look. I just, most of the time you're there, it's because somebody's not having a good time. I wasn't dying. I was 8. Dude, could have saved myself so much trouble, though.
Mm-hmm.
If I just died then.
Yeah.
Dude, I was halfway there.
I would be doing this podcast with someone else.
Probably Gabe.
Man,
Classic.
please no.
Gabe, if you're listening, we actually love you. Just kidding.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, like the first time I went into the hospital was when I was, that I remember, was when I was 8. And I was walking through a swamp because I was a smart 8-year-old, and I like chopped my foot open, like straight across the bottom of my foot. Got 8 stitches like straight across the bottom of my foot.
Yikes.
And so I remember it because there was 8 stitches and I was 8, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I made that comment when I was like young, and it stuck with me because sometimes things stick with you.
Yeah.
And I went in, and it was one of those things that like a lot of stuff could have gone wrong, but nothing did, and so I consider myself sort of blessed on that line of thought. You know what I mean? Because we went in, the nurse looked at it and was like, "Wow, you messed yourself up," and I was like,
You messed yourself up.
"Yeah, you know." Because I pretend the 8-year-old me had a higher voice than I do now, despite the fact that we all know that's not true. And so then she's like, okay, go wait, and the doctors will be with you once they get through everyone else in the line. I was like, okay. And so I went, and I was just chilling. And then, like, 3 hours went by, because, of course, you know, hospitals are busy always. And then we go to see the doctor, and the nurse didn't clean it.
Oh.
And as I mentioned, I was walking through a swamp.
That's dirty.
Yeah, it was dirty. Yeah, it was dirty. And so the doctor was like, "What the heck, man?" Except he didn't say that because he was a doctor and I was 8. And so like that was like a super close call that I could have gotten like
infection,
like diabetes and died. And then also I was like a quarter of an inch away from the nerve in the bottom of my foot, which would have left me with like a mad limp the rest of my life. So I would have just had like permanent swag.
People feel like, why you have permanent swag? And be like, I cut my foot open when I was 8.
Yeah, wouldn't people feel bad? They're like, yeah, look at this loser, like walking down the street, like doing that like sway thing that guys who think that they're way too cool for everyone do. And then I'm like, sorry, I chopped my foot open when I was a kid.
I could have.
And I barely walk.
I could have had my foot cut off.
Could have?
Could have. Not me,
like,
though.
what?
You. What?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, I guess anyone could have had their foot cut off.
Right.
One time my brother ran over my toe with a van.
Wow.
Yeah.
I slammed my thumb in a van door once.
Ooh, that doesn't sound fun.
It hurt.
Go on, tell us the story.
It's not much of a story. I was just closing the door and then my finger got stuck.
Yo, I got a list. I love telling people this list because they think my brother's a terrible person, despite the fact that he's not. People are like, oh yeah, I got this injury, I got that injury, and I'm like, my brother's hit me with up to date a van, a shovel, a sledgehammer, an axe,
Wow.
and I think that's it for now.
Yeah.
He did the axe twice. It was the back of the axe, not like the front of the axe.
The worst I got from my brother was he'd grab like one of my toes and like start like shaking his arm, and then it felt like my toe was gonna pop off.
Toes.
Feet.
Feet. Anyone who's like really not into ASMR, you might want to skip the next 30 seconds. Feet.
Gross. But yeah. I've never really gone to the hospital because I've hurt myself, which is a good thing, I guess.
Like, you're definitely winning.
Right? But then I don't have any cool stories.
I've gone through twice. And then I got stitches one other time that I just went to my practitioner. It was just small. It was just 3 stitches on my cheek.
I've never had stitches unless you count the ones I've gotten in my mouth when I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
I don't know if those count. Like, I feel like a lot of people have gotten their wisdom teeth pulled.
Right.
And so, like, it kind of counts. It sounds like an awful experience. I never did because my teeth are perfect and also
Lucky.
stupid.
I had to get 4 teeth pulled when I got my braces.
Yes. I never had braces.
Yeah. My teeth were gnarly.
Ooh.
Yeah. They're like vampires.
Wait, what, like, were they curved?
Like, my canines came in, like, my baby teeth wouldn't come out, so they came in over top of them.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
And
then
that's like mad wild. You were a shark for a bit.
I was.
Kenny Shark dude.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, and then so when I got my braces, I had to get 4 teeth pulled to make room for everything to move into place. And then I got my wisdom teeth pulled. Some people get knocked out. I didn't get knocked out. I got pills, and then apparently,
Popping pills?
yeah.
You were a thug at a young age.
They're like, okay, when you take these pills, it'll be like you had 10 beers, so you're just gonna you're gonna remember taking them, but then you're just gonna wake up and be like blackout drunk.
Like, as if young you knew what 10 beers was like. You're like, oh yeah! Sounds like last Friday, am I right? And then, like, fist bump.
Yeah, that was, because I got them out. When did I get them out? I think.
Actually, how young were you? Yeah.
No, I was like probably 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely did know what 10 beers was like.
But I don't drink because I'm
I know.
cool.
Yeah. Like, honestly, fair. Like, except for, like relaxing. Kind of what serious advantage is there to having fun to drinking?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah, but, like, just, like, hypothetically, right? Like, if you think about it.
Oh.
Like, yeah, you know, you relax.
Yeah.
Like,
Get a little
it's
buzz.
like a good, yeah, like that's, you know, it's like a little buzz, is like chill. But then, like, your inhibitions go down, which with some people is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
With other people, they're like, yo, let's go surf on top of subway buses.
Subway buses.
Yeah, let's go surf on top of buses. We're just gonna leave that one right there. Subway. Yeah, there's no such thing. I was trying to, like, recover, but there's no such thing.
There is no recovery
Even though,
from
yo,
that.
didn't, like, Elon Musk try to do that? And when he was doing that, like, underground tunnel thing, and then they just had one of his cars go through the tunnel, and everyone was super underwhelmed.
Huh.
You remember that?
No.
You remember, like, him advertising, like, he was gonna make tunnels.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yo, give me some, like, elevator music. I'm gonna look this up. I gotta tell you about this. This is wild.
I was going to do Jeopardy.
No, that's actually... Yo,
Aw,
I think if we
man.
just vocalize it, it's not copyright.
Oh.
Wouldn't it just be a cover?
Probably.
I'm not
But
sure.
also, Alex Trebek has stage 4 pancreatic cancer, which makes me super
Butt
sad.
cancer.
Butt cancer? He is a Canadian treasure.
Canadian treasure. Where's the pancreas?
Like, here.
For all the people who can't see because we haven't started the video feed yet, hey, subscribe and we'll start the video feed sooner.
Yeah.
Dude, bump. Go on.
It's like in this area where your stomach is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Not yet.
Hey!
Hey! Anyways, tell us more about this dude for the people who might not know who he is.
Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
Well, he's been doing Jeopardy for, like, ever. Well, he had a really cool mustache for a while, the last couple of seasons.
Mustaches are pretty wild.
Had you ever watched Jeopardy?
Like, I feel like everyone has watched, like a
Like
little
some.
bit of Jeopardy. But I wouldn't say that I'm, like, a Jeopardy whiz by any means.
I remember watching it as a kid because there's this guy named Ken Jennings who was like had the longest run on Jeopardy ever
Cool.
because the winners always come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But he
That's
had like the longest run. And I remember watching that. And then they had like the championships of champions or whatever. And then they brought him back and then he didn't win.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, that's embarrassing.
That's pretty sad. So, the funny thing about Jeopardy is you don't need to be particularly, like, really smart. You just need to have a dumb good memory.
Yeah.
Because it's not about knowing, like, intensive stuff. Like, they don't ask, like, math or physics or science questions or whatever, right?
It's
Or
like
music.
it's like trivia night.
It's seriously just, like, intense trivia. So it's the more random facts you know,
Yeah.
then the better off you are.
I like watching it and then answering some questions, and I'm like, I'm smart.
Yo, I think in my life I've answered, like, 2 right. Maybe 1.
Wow, that's sad.
I don't know, like, a lot of random facts. Plus, my memory's, like, all right at best. I wouldn't last long. I was about to say they should make a Jeopardy that's just easy questions and just have normal people off the street that they pulled in. But then I realized that's literally just Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader?
That was a good show.
That was a, like, 50% hilarious show, 50% really sad show. Somebody's like, yo, you know how dumb America's getting? We can profit off of this.
Oh,
To
man.
make bank. Also, some people they pulled in for that show were sad. I was like, how do you not know this?
You remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I believe so. Give me a rundown on it.
It's just like a trivia show as well. And then it's like, is that your final answer? Lock it in. Yeah.
I don't remember that
I
one.
don't think anyone ever won $1 million.
Shoot.
Questions got hard.
Yo, isn't there a movie?
Yeah,
Slumdog
Slumdog Millionaire.
That's the only place I've seen it. I've never watched that show.
Wow.
I've just seen Slumdog Millionaire.
Ah,
Which is a good, really, really good movie. Like, made me, like, so
Yeah.
emotional. Because it's just an emotional movie.
what other reality TV? Did you watch any reality TV shows when
I
growing up?
didn't really grow up with, like, a ton of TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, like, an odd assortment here and there. The one that our family watched pretty consistently through for, like, a couple of years was The Amazing Race.
I
Does that
never
count?
got. Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, I never got into Amazing Race.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. Well, at least young me did. I don't know if I still do.
Another one that I never got into was Survivor. I remember watching it as a kid, and I'm just like,
I remember seeing the commercials when I was like 11.
it's still going.
What?
Yeah,
Wow, I'm impressed.
it's crazy.
The host's gonna be like super old and still being like, will they survive? And everyone's like, are you gonna survive with your arthritis till next
The
episode?
tribe has spoken.
Yeah, even young me looked at that show and was like, this is unnecessarily dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, it gets like dumber and dumber and dumber drama. And I'm like, this, like, not like funny dumb, just dumb.
Yeah.
Until it hits a certain point of drama. And then it like exponentially shoots up to get like really funny. Yo, like, big shout outs to one of like another or bigger podcast, Tiny Meat Gang. They got me into the show. Have you ever watched Love Island?
No, I've heard of it though.
Oh my goodness. I have never watched like reality TV show that like religiously.
Wow.
It's so funny. Like, have you watched like The Bachelor?
No.
Have you watched
I know.
Okay.
Like-
you know, like, the idea of how it
Yeah.
works. And so you just take that and add British people, and it gets so...
British people are the best.
British anything will just
Right.
exponentially be funnier to me.
Except for The Office. I did not like the British Office.
Was it
like
just-
the original Office.
Why?
the humor is so much like British humor is so much different than humor over here. But even my British friend was like, I did not like the original Office. It's just so dry, and then it feels like you're actually in an actual office,
Oh, brutal.
and it's just like they're trying to be funny, which was like the point. Like they're like it's a documentary of like this actual office, so it was very, very believable that it could have been a real office, but just watching it is so boring. They did the Jello joke, and it was so much funnier in the North American version.
They also have like hard competition in the American version. That's one of the best shows ever.
It's so good.
And with the likes of Steve Carell and Jim Wazowski, like John Wazowski.
John Wazowski?
Yeah.
Mike Wazowski?
Yeah, him.
John
Like-
Krasinski?
I know it. Yeah, that's what I said.
You said Wazowski.
No, what are you talking about? I have a friend that I've been doing that to for like literally a couple of years, and I'll mess up his name every single time, and he can't get over it. And so now I'm like set in my ways. I have to at this point. And so, yes,
Monsters Inc. was a very good movie.
I've only seen it like once, and I
so
was like
good.
14 at the time, and was watching it with like a girlfriend I had when I was 14, and I was just watching it because she's like, "Dude, let's watch it," and I was like,
Okay.
because you know every 14-year-old boy's like, okay, because all 14-year-old boys are like a little bit dumb.
Just a little bit.
Like, this isn't like a sexist thing or anything. It's just a fact on how boys have matured at that point, because they're smart enough to realize like certain things, like girls are hot and like life's crazy, but they're not quite old enough to be mature enough to know how to deal with such things. So the results you get from that age are just
Yeah.
fantastic.
What is your favorite Pixar movie?
I'm about to embarrass myself because like I don't know my Pixar to Disney's like
Oh, this
super
is
apart.
interesting.
Even though I'm pretty sure it's Pixar. I love WALL-E.
WALL-E is so good.
I love WALL-E.
Sound design in WALL-E is amazing.
The animation in WALL-E was like way
The
ahead
story in WALL-E.
Made me
Oh,
sad.
everything about it is so good.
Super well done
Yeah.
film in like every way.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to create characters as lovable and that you connect with so much with such minimal dialogue in that style of film.
Yeah.
Just the universe they created. It's funny. It's heartwarming. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think we already talked about it a hair this episode, but Up is fantastic.
Up is amazing.
Is Up Pixar?
Yeah.
Okay. I love Up.
First 10 minutes get me every time.
Yo, I know that song on piano.
I know.
Yo, what's
Yeah.
it actually called? The song? Again.
Married Life.
Married Life. For all the people who don't know what I just attempted to hum, look up Married Life Up on YouTube, and it'll come up. And even if you haven't seen the film, you're just gonna start feeling the feels, and just inexplicably be crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Yeah.
I've gotten like softer. I feel like as I'm older, or just like more in touch with my feelings.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but like when I was like younger or a teenager, I was like, oh, this is a sad movie, and I'd just be sitting there like, oh, sad. And now I'm like watching Avatar, like, no, like it just hit me right in that heartstring, you know, and like I feel like in general, I don't know if I just watch sadder movies, because like of course like I was an action chick. I was like 14. I was like, yeah, Transformers,
Die Hard.
yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
Pow, yeah. Like I grew up on like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
Transformers, all the classics, right? And so like that was my jam. Action films whenever I could. That was just it. Or if I wasn't watching action, I was watching comedy.
Yeah.
And so like now I'm like, I'm gonna watch this movie
Yeah.
and just get ruined. But it's good.
Well, last night I watched the new Harry Potter.
Everyone's like, hold up, what?
Wait, Mary Poppins. Oh.
Give us a review. Give us a Kenny review.
Like, the songs weren't the greatest, not gonna lie. They weren't as memorable as the first film. But, it It got me a couple of times. I cried. I would recommend it. It's pretty good. I liked it.
When did the first film come out?
A long time ago. I want to say the 60s. I could be
is it
wrong.
like animated?
No, there's animated parts in it. But it's Dick Van Dyke and Julie Andrews. Came out in 1964.
Wow.
Have you not watched it?
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, we should watch it. I love that movie.
Okay, guys, we're gonna put you on hiatus and go watch that.
But I remember, for some reason, I was thinking about Julie Andrews last night, and then I had Sound of Music songs stuck in my head. I was like, I should watch Sound of Music. And then I remembered it's like a 4-hour movie. I was like, I don't really feel like staying up that late. So then I was like, oh, Mary Poppins. So I watched Mary Poppins.
Cool. I tried to look it up just now, and the first thing that came up was the 1977 movie, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Which I believe I've seen. This one's animated in like the Disney style.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Have you watched the new Winnie the Pooh?
I haven't.
It's Christopher Robin is the movie.
Yeah.
But it's all live action. And then Ewan McGregor plays Christopher Robin.
Ooh.
So Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ooh, he's a fantastic actor.
He is so good. But yeah. And then they have all the characters: Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, Kangaroo, Rabbit, Owl. But they're all like CG, but it looks so good.
Cool. Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen trailers for it. I just never saw it.
Yeah. I watched it because I had low expectations because I heard it wasn't the greatest movie, but I thought it was really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, and then we'll go from there. Yo, don't listen to the online reviews. Listen to the Kenny View here on Unwind. No, that's super cool. I love how halfway through naming all the characters in Winnie the Pooh, they just got tired. They're like, Winnie, Tigger, Eeyore, Owl,
Rabbit, Gopher.
It's just like
Kanga, and Roo.
like they're just like yeah, we got like 3 names, but that's it. You know, just put them on like important characters and call it a day.
Yeah, the ones that you see every episode.
The dudes who named the stuff in Winnie the Pooh also named all the stuff in Avatar.
Oh.
So, look, it's a duck turtle. You know I'm right.
It's a turtle duck.
Okay.
You need to learn better.
Brush up on my universe history.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
Well, talking about good movies, what are some bad movies that you've seen?
You said you just watched that last night?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Self-control.
Oh, what?
What?
I watched Mary Poppins last night. I don't.
Oh.
Bad movies.
Yo. No, not bad movies. I just realized that like I jumped so hard. I've seen the Mary Poppins original. We're like Mary Poppins, and then I went to my laptop to like look up Mary Poppins and just promptly typed in Winnie the Pooh. I don't know where my brain is, but yeah, yes, I've seen the original. I haven't seen the new one.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, take a hard L right there.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh.
I'm happy we caught it so that people wouldn't be like, yo, what the heck is he talking about? Even though if they start to call me out on stuff, we're done. Mm-hmm. We're done.
That's fine. I'll just find a new person to do this with. Maybe Gabe.
Maybe our next guest coming soon. Ooh-wee.
Ooh.
But to answer your question, I just watched a movie last night that was interesting to say the least. Like, I wouldn't say it was good. I would say it was interesting. What was it called? I know what it's about, but I forget what it's called. Okay. Oh, I'm just pulling it up right now. Just gonna watch some Netflix in the background. It's called Your Highness. It's a new film out on Netflix. It's got James Franco. It's got Padme from Star Wars. What's her name?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. Those are the only 2 I recognized. Just James Franco and Natalie Portman.
Zoe Deschanel.
Who?
She is 500 Days of Summer.
Oh, she also played in New Girl.
Yeah.
Didn't she? Oh, that's such a good show.
It was so good.
But basically, I went on Netflix and I'm like, I'm gonna watch a movie and eat some food. And I that's another story. I'll tell you that after. I'll just you know what? I'm gonna live life in the moment. I'm gonna start posting cheesy things on Instagram like boring people and be like, live life now, don't wait for tomorrow. Travel, live, laugh, eat. What?
Nothing.
How dare you? How dare you? Throwback. How dare you? But long story short, the other day I went to Costco.
Nice.
Dope experience.
You have a Costco card?
No, but I have friends with Costco cards. I got hookups.
Love Costco.
Costco is the best. Like, yeah, it's so good. It's just like a wonderland for food. And as long as you just want to get a lot of whatever you're getting, you're set.
And you have samples. Oh.
It's bad though for like buying like fresh stuff. Because I was like there and I was like, yo, I want to get carrots. And then I went and they're like, yo, you want 40 pounds of carrots? I'm like, no,
okay.
I really don't. I want like a dozen. So it's bad for stuff like that, especially as a dude living by himself. But anyways, long story short, I got a pineapple.
Nice.
And I haven't bought a pineapple in so long. And I like cut it up a little bit and then I started eating it. And I'm like, yo, this is fire. Like I love pineapple. Like I didn't know because I haven't bought a pineapple in years. I'm like, this is sick.
Pineapples are good.
And I ate the whole pineapple that night.
Whoa.
And my face like died.
Ah.
Because like pineapples eat you back.
Yeah.
It's like an enzyme. Something. I don't.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. My mom cuts them up and then puts it in a container with some salt and some water, and then it doesn't bite you back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like takes the enzymes out. That's cool. But basically, like, I destroyed my face with that pineapple.
Oh.
But then because I'm a sucker for punishment, I was like, heck yeah. And I went last night and bought 2 more.
Nice.
And I did learn. I only ate half a pineapple. But yeah, I sat down with that's all to say. I sat down with a snack to watch a movie. Welcome to Christian getting distracted on insane tangents. But I saw this because it was in like my recommended list. And I'm like, oh, James Franco, Natalie Portman, New Girl, heck yeah. Zoe Deschanel, heck yeah. And watched it and I was just like,
oof. You would think with that cast it would be good.
There's like a couple funny lines, but like overall it was like,
oof.
Which is funny because it had like a good budget. Like it was well made, but it was just like, you had to be in the right headset for jokes. I could not handle it. Oh boy, it was rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're feeling like really dumb humor, it's like not a bad choice, but like would not recommend otherwise.
Yeah.
What about you? What are some of like the movies you've seen that you would consider like the dumbest movies you've seen?
Recently.
We'll start with recently and then go from there.
Like all those stupid movies of the week, like Christmas movies. Those are horrible, but you just can't stop watching them. Last Christmas, I watched the one with Gabriella from High School Musical. What's her name? Vanessa Hudgens?
I believe so.
What was the movie called? The Princess Switch. So that was very interesting. It was kind of like the Prince and the Pauper kind of story. Was not good, but could not stop watching it. And then I watched A Christmas Prince and The Holiday Calendar, all these Netflix original ones. They were not good, but they're cheesy, which kind of made them good. But then I was sitting there thinking, why am I wasting time watching these?
For real.
But they're good, like, turn off your brain. Just do
sometimes
nothing.
That's good.
And I watched them all after we finished the term during our break. So yeah, that was interesting. Those are some pretty bad movies. my teacher worked on this one movie that he showed us, just like the opening scene. It's called Rampage President Down.
Just watch the first 10 minutes.
It is amazing how bad it is. The acting, the sound design for that movie is so bad. The backgrounds are so loud and just kind of take over everything. And my teachers was like, you guys know better. So whenever you think of a movie, if you're ever working on one, think of this movie and do the opposite. Because it was so bad. And then we kind of just jumped from scene to scene. And my teacher was like, I don't even understand what was going on. So we don't even have to watch the whole movie. I'm just trying to show you guys some parts. It doesn't matter. Don't watch it. I was like, cool.
Brutal.
And then I watched some more when I got home, and it was so confusing. It jumps around so much.
See that man laying beside you? If you don't do anything with your life, you're going to end up just like him. Dead. Sets of launcher.
Remember me?
Oh.
The dialogue was so bad. Everything about that movie was bad. And then when my teacher was telling us, he's like, oh, do you know this guy? We're like, no. He's like, oh, he's a B-level director from Germany. Oh. So that's probably why you don't know him.
Brutal.
And we're just like, okay, thanks.
Brutal. That's pretty funny, though.
But yeah, Rampage President Down. Watch the first
President Down.
10 minutes. It will not disappoint you if you want a good laugh.
Remember me?
Remember me? I like how he kept like pushing up his helmet too.
It was a paintball mask. I know what mask it was.
And he was supposed to be like some high level like pew 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 guy that goes and kills people.
He set up a launcher and shot a dude walking by on the sidewalk.
And you can see a target right behind him too.
That's like, sir, director, sir, we can see the target. What should we do?
At least you know it's not filmed in Canada.
Wait, what?
We don't have Target anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Sad.
That's too bad. I say as if I went to Target more than like twice.
Yeah.
Ever. I never went to Target.
Yeah.
I felt no obligation to go to Target.
I feel like Zellers was better.
Zellers was sick. I just remember buying Lego at Zellers. That's the only thing I remember about Zellers.
The one thing I regret is not going to Target when they're closing out to buy some Lego. Because they were probably cheap.
Everything was so cheap.
Right?
Yeah, I bought food.
Oh, smart.
That was it, though. It was a bad call, too. But like, the original question, how bad does a movie have to get before you'll recommend it to a friend just to check it out?
If I don't get through the whole movie, then I will recommend it to someone and be like, just watch how bad this is. I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I watched was pretty stupid.
Yeah, for real. Have you watched any of like the cult classic bad films? Like The Room?
I have watched The Room so many times.
It's fantastic.
They would have showings at UBC, and then we'd have our spoons and everything. We'd throw it at the screen. They usually do showings at the Rio. We should go.
Yeah.
Whenever they do.
If you didn't know better, you'd almost think it's a spoof.
Yeah.
It's like a spoof of itself.
Tommy Wiseau is so interesting.
Just as a person.
Did you watch the Disaster Artist? Yeah, I have not seen it yet.
It's a really good movie. I actually enjoyed it. Like, who's the actor for that? Was it
James Franco?
It is James Franco. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to embarrass myself again.
Yeah, and then his brother was in it too.
Yeah. But like he did such a good job, like representing.
Yeah.
Tommy, like, ridiculous. Yeah. Like for such a talented actor, he does a lot of dumb roles.
He does.
Like, James, if you're listening to this, like, we believe in you. You can do better. Be an action star.
Right.
But, yeah, like, that one is phenomenal in every way.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah. Have you seen Birdemic?
No, but I've heard of it.
Oh, boy! Oh, my goodness. It is, like, not the same. Like, take, like, the level of quality of The Room to drama films.
Ooh.
Like, oh my god, you're tearing me apart, Lisa. Like, you know that quality level.
Yeah.
And apply it to, like, destruction action films. Like the King Kong, The Room. Like, for anybody who doesn't know what Birdemic is, look it up. I don't even know where to start.
Have you ever watched Sharknado? Any of the
Oh.
Sharknados?
Oh
I
boy.
I watched like the first 5 minutes and then I was like, no thanks, I'm good.
Like, there's so many like that. Like, I remember seeing them a lot back in, I'm gonna date myself, like, Blockbuster. I'm so old. So edgy. What 90s kids think.
I love blockbusters.
But, like, you remember, like, RoboShark versus Octosquid and stuff like that?
Yeah, I remember seeing
And,
like the
like,
boxes for those.
I didn't see, like, a ton of them. Sharknado, Piranha. I've seen one of the Piranhas. They're not good. Don't watch them. Like, they're not bad enough for me to recommend them, like, in that way, but, like, they're just bad.
Yeah.
What's the last one? There's one. It's Avalanche Shark. There's, like, ghost sharks trapped in a ski hill. It's fantastic. I didn't watch the whole thing, but oh man, is it bad?
Wow.
Or there's the one, I forget what it's called, but it's like Nazis trapped in snow, and it's like supposed to be a horror movie, but it's super funny.
Interesting.
And then they like come back, and then there's like these people, like, I think they're at like a resort, and they're like, oh no, Nazi zombies. And then the Nazi zombies like try to kill them because it's supposed to be a horror movie, but it just comes out as like really comical.
Yeah.
As soon as you have the word Nazi zombies, it's either Call of Duty or comedy.
Call of Duty.
Call of comedy. Man,
Yeah.
oh man. Like, which is super bad because, like, I feel like it's not quite been long enough for Nazis to be like a comedy token yet. But, like, they definitely are.
Right?
Whoops. The world says sorry to history. Like, oh man, so bad. But
Yeah. Well, on that note, let us know if you guys have any bad movies that you'd want us to watch.
we will watch the bad movies you recommend and review them next or in a couple episodes. Probably. I don't know.
Because I love watching bad movies just as much as I like watching good movies.
Yeah, definitely. Just to rip them apart. Like, we will give them a Kenny score.
Oh, that's going to be a thing now.
12.
Out of 12.
Yeah.
13.
13. That's unlucky number. There's bad movies. It makes sense, actually, you know?
Yeah.
Unlucky number for bad movies. You got a 7 out of 13. That's the dumps, bro.
Yes.
Wait, is 7 a lucky or unlucky number?
7 is lucky.
Oh, shoot. 3 is, or 4.
4 is a bad number for me, for like Asian culture.
Okay, so if you get a 4 out of 12, you're in the dump. Oh, 4 out of 13. Wow, I'm right. You're in the dumps. If you get a 7 out of 13, that's like better than getting a 13 out of 13.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just appropriate number in this game.
All right. Well, thanks for
On that
listening.
note, thanks for tuning in. Again, don't forget to check us out on Patreon or subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever else you found us.
Yeah.
Just follow us for more weekly content. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.